When I was a child, I walked around with my hands stretched to my side. And in the front seat, I spread my fingers out when I learned to drive. Well, I was waiting for your hand, I was waiting for you. Yeah, I was waiting for your hand, I was waiting for you. When I was alone, I watched them slip as they sliced into my skin. At that hospital, where the blood poured over my arms and the light shined in. Well, I was waiting for your hand, I was waiting for you. Yeah, I was waiting for your hand, I was waiting for you. I was overjoyed at the hope that you'd walk in at a red light. All the days that I did not know if I'd make it through the night. How lucky am I to be alive, to love you. How lucky am I to be alive, to love you. Let me go back and tell me I'll survive, and say someday you will find me. Let me go back and tell me I'll survive, and so someday you will find me. Let me go back and tell me when I was a child. Let me go back and tell me when I was a child. Let me go back and tell me when I was a child. Let me go back and tell me I was overjoyed at the hope that you'd walk in at a red light. All the days that I did not know if I'd make it through the night. How lucky am I to be alive, to love you. How lucky am I to be alive.
In a world ravaged by monsters, chaos, and strife, a land in turmoil cried out for a hero. They were adventurers, forged together in the threads of fate. They are not what the world wants, but what the world gets. Together their courage will change something?
Welcome to the Adventures of the Known World, a Dungeons & Dragons campaign set in the world of Xena Warrior Princess and Hercules the Legendary Journeys. Think of this campaign as an improvised fanfiction in the Xenoverse, where fate is determined by dice rolls and the heroes are what Xenites hate most about fanfictions, chock full of Mary Sues. Our story takes place during the 25 years that Xena and Gabrielle were presumed dead, when in fact they were just taking a long cold ice nap in an icy tomb. The world still cried out for a hero, and we'll see if these adventurers can help out the known world in the warrior princess's absence. While you should not expect to see Xena or Gabrielle during this campaign, it will be riddled with familiar characters and lore from Ancient Greece. As last session, we did see Aphrodite, which was quite exciting. D&D content featured in this campaign is a mix of homebrew content as well as content from Wizards of the Coast and Arcadia. Sound effects and music by Sirenscape, because epic games need epic sound, and special music featured by Hey King. You can check them out everywhere. They just had a music video drop, which was freaking phenomenal. Girls painting themselves, hot. Taylor, jeez. And yeah, as always, I'm Amanda, the Dungeon Master for the campaign, and with me is An, Bailey, Heike, Leo, Robin, and Taylor. Welcome back, guys. So just to recap really quickly, last episode we saw our adventurers start the Flamebringer mission with Aetos. They traveled along the path up to Mount Parnassus and to find the belly of the beast, or the entrance to it. They came across some obstacles, including a giant river, which was very difficult for them to get over, but they managed. Only a couple people nearly drowned, but luckily they made it through. And after another trial of having to climb up the mountain to enter the cave of the Python, the adventurers were safely taking a long rest, and that's where we're going to begin. So if you guys haven't already, you guys can mark off that long rest section, and you can start from there.
Sorry, a short rest?
Yeah, sorry, not a long rest, short rest.
Yep.
My bad. You don't have time for a long rest. You gotta get back.
Okay, I used Arcane Recovery to get a spell slot back. Just so you know. And I have Mage Armor up still.
Yep.
Well, while I was waiting for the rest of you to, get up here, I did find these two things. Seems like maybe some ceremonial robes or something, and an empty wine bottle. Does this mean anything to anyone?
Wine bottle?
Empty.
Empty bottle.
Well, empty bottle can still be filled.
Possibly someone else used it to do a little sacrifice, like we did to get up here. Which means we're probably not alone, continuing onward.
Can I... Sorry.
Oh, I was just going to say, I mean, the rope ladder was retracted when we first came across the mountain. Perhaps whoever did that, these items belong to that person or persons.
And Regan did find some blood and footprints up in that cave area too. So whoever pulled that rope bridge up was injured in some way.
Do you think that person's still up?
I mean, in theory, if they came back down, the rope ladder would have been down.
But a couple weeks ago, I'm pretty sure Kiba, you did a medicine check on it, and it was a day and a half, and that's why you guys felt safe to continue on. Or it's like to have your short rest in peace.
Yeah,
Well,
I think we should continue forward.
I agree.
Yeah,
Can I
let's move on.
at the robes real quick to see if there's any markings that I would recognize?
Absolutely. Roll me an investigation check. Or actually, give me a religion.
I find a marking on it? 14.
14. Yeah. It is a religious robe. It appears to have the symbols and the colors of that which you expect a cleric or a priest of Aphrodite would be wearing.
Have I seen any markings on Kara's, like an Aphrodite marking? Do you wear a symbol?
Yeah, I have one on a necklace.
I would like point it out to Kara's and say, I think maybe there might be someone up here that has the same beliefs as you.
Maybe. Or it could be another person who used it as a disguise. Or the same one as the other dude.
Yep.
Well, whoever it is, they might be up ahead, so we might want to be careful and prepare ourselves.
Agreed?
Agreed.
Anyone have buffs that they want to put on individually or the group before we head forward?
There's nothing I can do right now. I would probably wait
Out of character.
Wait.
for a
Cool.
battle.
Awesome.
Is it dark? Or no?
No, it's probably a little bit after, like, probably closer to 2 o'clock right now, 2:30.
Okay.
You guys left around 8 in the morning, so you have about an hour and a half left of your mage armor, Bailey.
Okay, copy.
That is gigantic.
Shall we continue on?
We should move forward. Whatever it is out there, I guess we'll just deal with it.
Awesome.
We might want to go perhaps stealthily. What do you guys think?
Yeah, stealth is probably a good idea. I'm not super stealthy, but maybe I should stay in the back.
I will cast Fast Without a Trace.
Awesome.
Okay. So for any stealth checks, you guys can add your plus 10 and your stealth modifier to your rolls. And I'll let you guys go ahead and roll those stealths now, since you guys are continuing down.
That's a 30 for Dree.
Nice. 23 for me.
24
It's
for me.
percentage roll, right?
No, it's your d20 plus your stealth modifier on your page,
Got it. Thank you.
and then plus 10 from the spell.
23
Oh,
for
yeah,
me.
28 then.
13.
Wow, did you add 10?
Oh, yeah, I did.
Oh no.
I have disadvantage because of heavy armor.
What?
Sorry.
Are you serious? So it's the 20 plus 10 plus the stealth? Are you serious? Okay, so 26 plus 5 is what, like 30?
1.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, normally it would just be your d20 plus your stealth modifier, but because Pass Without a Trace was cast, you guys get that plus 10 bonus. It's wonderful stuff, unless you roll with disadvantage and roll really cruddy. So you guys notice that you start traveling in this tunnel. It is very dark after you get a good 60 feet in. The light kind of fades because you're at a little bit of an angle, and you can hear the echoing of Karis's steps. Actually, no. Driana and Karis, you can hear it very well. The other ones, it doesn't sound too bad. But for Driana and Karis, you guys definitely notice that it is a very echoey.
Can we take them, like, carry him to not make noise?
Could he just like? Could we warn him to maybe be quieter?
Well,
He's trying. He's trying.
It's
Ah,
the
you're a
hour.
hard guy.
Can we just like
I got a
carry
lot.
him to not make noise?
We'll just put him in the back.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, yep.
Just-
You guys can only barely hear him.
I'll kind of.
Brianna and Karis are
like-
really noticing. Those are the only two that are noticing it. The rest of you doesn't really matter. You can't tell.
Nudge Regan and stomping through and
All right. So as you go through this tunnel, who has dark vision? Great. So you definitely, I know you can see. Everyone else, probably a good 100 feet in, there's no light in this cave.
I'll cast dancing lights.
Okay.
We tried to be stealthy.
I can like make them dim, right? Like have them behind us, cast them so that they're, because I'm toward the back. I'll have them toward like behind us, and so that there's
so
only
behind Carrie's.
I have dark vision.
so very very dim light, just enough so that we can see like maybe, not even 15 feet ahead of us, just so that if something comes out at us, super dim.
That's me.
Do you have dark vision, or is that the old elf sheet? Are you using Taylor?
Oh, it's my old elf sheet.
Yeah,
No
you need to
dark vision.
reprint.
Yes, I do. Reprint.
Yeah, he must
You must have dark vision.
Ignore me. I am but a humble monk.
It's getting used to non-Pathfinder and technology, guys.
Yeah, only Driana has.
Perfect then.
Oh, that's fine.
So you guys seem to be having some trouble seeing. Should I maybe take the lead?
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, I can't see it all, guys. I think I can.
You're also the stealthiest, so just go.
Okay, I will take the lead.
Right. You guys
Put my hand.
travel. Other than yourselves, you don't hear anything in the tunnels for a while. It is at a steady decline, but you know that you're probably not quite at the bottom of the mountain, and you don't know how deep you need to go before you reach this belly of the python, where you know that you need to get the fire from. But eventually, Driana, you can see ahead that the tunnel is opening up into a cavern, and you see shapes ahead, shapes of humanoid figures, unmoving. And as you get closer, you start to see that there's statues in this room. And as you all catch up, you all be able to see it too with the dancing lights. And there is 5 statues. One is a bearded man holding a a lightning bolt in one hand, a rock in another hand, and he has 2 eagles, one flying over him and one at his feet. The second statue is a man, and he seems to be wrestling a dragon. And it's 2 of them. And then another one, the other statue, is a man, and he seems to be holding a bunch of grapes and a bottle. And then behind him is a satyr that seems to be dancing and holding a pan flute. And in the corner of this room, so the first 3 are kind of more front and center. Satyr is kind of just behind them. And then in the corner of this room, kind of off, looking quite out of place, is just a simple peacock about 2 feet tall.
Hey guys, what is this?
Would I recognize the satyr and the one with the grapes as Dionysus and Pan?
Roll me religion check with advantage.
I recognize the one with the bolt and the eagles with Zeus. Zeus?
That was
How
a
to
9.
pronounce it?
Yeah, you can. Aetos, you can roll a religion check as well with advantage.
That was a 9.
A 9
Plus
with
0
advantage.
to religion. As a cleric.
I mean, it's kind of dark still. You can probably ascertain, but you're not 100% sure because there are other satyrs out there, and It's just a man holding grapes. It could be literally any man, any god that has an affinity for grapes and bottles.
Hey, look, guys, it's a me.
Aetos, what was your religion check with advantage?
Got 16.
16. Yep. You can probably ascertain that it is Zeus. And furthermore, this particular depiction of him with holding the rock and holding the eagles, you know this story because you're actually named after his eagle, Aetos. Mythology around this particular statue is that Zeus one day decided he wanted to find out where the center of the earth was. So he sent 2 eagles up into the air and sent them off in different directions. And eventually the 2 eagles found each other. And in that spot he placed a rock and called it the navel of the earth. And that rock is in Delphi.
Hey guys, I sort of recognize this statue. It's representing Zeus and his eagles finding the navel of the world here in Delphi, well, close to Delphi. Means something to anyone? Do you think it's like a temple of some sort in here?
Perhaps it's this.
Is there any writing on the statues, or any text, or any like symbols, anything like that?
Roll me an investigation.
17.
17. You look at each statue and the walls. Other than the statues, the way you came in and a continuing tunnel, there's no symbols, no writing, nothing of any interest.
Hey, Garrus.
Yep.
Do you recognize the other statues?
Do I?
Roll me a religion check.
Alright.
There's a peacock there.
Yeah,
Nope.
that's what I was thinking.
I got a 7. I don't.
You
Wow,
guys
the clerics,
probably-
I
You
was
guys can
applying for it. I don't
ascertain
know
that
what
the
to tell
peacock is probably something to do with Hera because you had this conversation earlier in the day.
Right.
The man wrestling the python or the dragon, you could probably guess that it's Apollo and his python battle, just because this mission is all about that. There's a lot of lore about that in Mount Parnassus and Delphi itself. It's just the dancing satyr and the man with the grapes in the bottle. Hard to say.
Why are they still here? I mean, one, it's me, clearly. I'm handsome as hell, but why would anyone put a statue of me here?
Is it common to see statues of different gods in one area, or are they usually spread out?
Usually spread
Roll
out.
me a. I'm gonna go with an intelligence check for you.
Okay. I can't remember what my modifier is. I think it's a 3. Yeah. Ooh, 18.
18. You know that most gods are kind of territorial of each other. They respect that at certain times their patrons might worship other gods for other reasons, but there's a little bit of a territorial jealousy type thing. And these gods tend to claim certain areas. However, it is not completely uncommon to see different shrines in different areas to different gods for different reasons. So while it's not common, it's not unheard of. What you could probably ascertain with that 18 is that each one of these gods might have a reason to have some sort of stake over Mount Parnassus. Maybe there's a lore of them, a myth
Okay.
associated with this mountain.
I personally haven't heard of any any stories much about this mountain? I don't know if you have Aetos before, before your task, but it's possible that the gods are trying to stake their claim here, or they already have, or it is not normal for them to be together, I think, but it does happen. I mean, as we talked about, Hera is, she's commonly known as jealous, so it's weird. But, I mean, we don't know what we're getting into in this mountain, but it's possible that it's some type of pissing match for gods.
Well, perhaps I'm here because there might be some gold in this.
Yeah. Gods are greedy. Even though they have no need for gold, they are greedy.
Does this mean that I'm a god?
I don't know if that's used at this, but it could be. Maybe your grand plan is to eventually ascend to be one of the Olympians, but
I mean, nah, that'll be too much trouble. It's much more fun to be here and drink some wine.
I mean, I think you can drink wine on Olympus too, and it'll probably be very good wine.
That is true, but it's not the same. There's not the same physical sensations of women and men and theater.
And mortality.
Nah, I don't like that one.
Well, I think, to keep our eye out, just like we were doing before, but if the gods are tied to this in any way, we definitely have to be very diligent.
Oh, one of the common themes in a lot of the tales is gods having champions and testing those champions. Perhaps we should be cautious. Perhaps we are about to be tested.
Do you guys think we are expected to do some kind of offering or something to the status?
Does anyone have wine?
No.
Nope.
Do I still have some wine with me, or not at all?
You drank half the bottle and dumped the other half. Mazel tov.
Sure.
Damn it. Well, can't do an offering without wine.
Aetos, was any of this mentioned in your preparation for this mission?
Not really. Did it?
They mentioned that it's a sacred mission that you're on, so there is some trials and obstacles, but they were never told. And you know that your mentor Sophia has done this a couple times. She never told you much more than you gotta take the torch, gotta go in, grab the flame, and reach it. She's done this particular task. There's many Promethean rangers. She's done this one particularly about 6 times, but she didn't really tell you what she did on hers.
Well, no. I was never given the particulars of the different challenges that we were going to face, or that we had to, or that I had to prepare anything for any sacrifice or anything. I just found interesting, the setup of the different gods here. It's a little bit imposing, don't you think?
Yeah, absolutely.
Should we examine them more closely?
Yes. Bailey did an 18 under investigation. Regan knew that, but there was one thing I missed on Regan's thing, so thank you for bringing that back up. Regan, while you were looking at the statue of Hera, it is newer than the other statues and seems to be placed recently, probably in the last few years, while the other ones seem to have been carved actually out of the limestone. So whoever did this tunnel took the time to carve around these statues rather than statues being pulled in.
And did we recognize the gods? Like, we know for sure that the peacock, based on our previous conversations, was Hera.
Not for sure, but you did have a conversation earlier that Hera is a peacock.
Right, and then the rest of the statues, we don't.
You don't really know what the satyr is or the man holding the grapes in the bottle.
Okay.
Do you tell us that the
Yeah.
Hera statue?
Absolutely,
There's a statue in the ladies' place that was placed there, not original, and this statue here has been placed here recently. Methinks there has been a placement.
Oh,
It might be the statue original in the garden.
Can I look around to see if it looks like there is a statue that should be there that's missing?
Sure, you can roll me an investigation check as well.
Natural 20 plus 5, so 25.
Okay. Just from how the other statues come up from the limestone floor into their own shapes, you can't see there being evidence of another statue being there or being moved.
No, that's an interesting theory. The Apollo statue in the courtyard did appear to be moved there recently, but I don't think there's anything missing from this particular cavern.
Well, that statue might not have been from here, but this statue here might have been from the garden. That's what I think.
Wait, you said the Apollo statue seems to be moved,
Yeah.
which was the same case with the one we saw in the garden, right?
No. The pole statue is in the garden. That has been placed there recently. And this one, the Hera one, has been placed here recently.
But we have
I
another
think-
statue of Apollo here.
Yes, exactly. I don't think there's a statue here missing. What I think it happened is something shifted that the lady from the place needed to make her Hera statue disappear and appear to be an Apollo follower. So she sent her statue here and put a new statue in its place.
I think you're right, but I also think we should be wary. Just because, statues aren't known for being light exactly. So that's a great deal of effort that's been expended to place a statue here that did not originally belong.
Also, we know that she's hiding something. I don't think she, stopped being a follower of Hera with all the peacock symbols within her bestiary and the fountain itself. The stones that I have.
How many statues are there?
There's 5.
5.
Can
So
I see
there
if
would
I
be
can
original four.
move the peacock statue?
So there's the original 4, and then there's this random 1.5 to 2 feet tall peacock in the corner.
Can I go
Sorry,
pick it up?
You're gonna go pick it up?
Yeah.
Roll me an athletics check.
Could I ascertain if the statue of Hera, if it could match the base stone where the Apollo statue is in the garden?
Sure, you can roll me an intelligence check.
18.
18. It takes you a moment to position yourself and to get a good grip on it, but you're able to pick it up, and you think that you probably could carry it for a little bit of a distance. It's a good few hundred pounds, but it would be very difficult to have hoisted it up that rope ladder. Natural 1, no.
Well, it would definitely have taken a few people to bring this up here. At least.
That is possible.
Well, whoever did this seems to have done it deliberate.
Can I just... I think I'm confused about the... where we went this morning. It was a temple for Apollo, right?
No, it was
No.
the estate of the Archon. So you met his wife in their courtyard. And in
The
the
House of
courtyard,
Leader.
it's an inner courtyard, like an atrium almost, and there was a garden with a giant fountain, and at the entrance there was an Apollo statue that seemed to be recently moved.
Like an hacienda with Greek columns.
Okay, and then was there also a peacock statue there too?
No.
There was a fountain with a peacock on it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Alright.
And there was like a lot of like peacock symbolisms, like there were the stones in the fountain. She had also like something of peacockery.
I think I forgot about the Apollo statue. I think that's why I was confused.
Is there anything like behind or around the statue, or is it just randomly placed like to the side?
Nope, it just seems to be randomly placed to the side.
Is there an exit?
Yeah,
Can I break
there's
it?
the way you came in and another tunnel that continues down.
Can I break it?
You want to break the statue?
Yeah.
Okay, how you gonna break it?
Don't break it. Don't break it. Let me like investigate, see if like there's like things hidden. You know. You never know.
Bailey already investigated it, and would be nothing else higher than
Okay, that's fair.
that. But
fair,
yeah,
sorry.
Karis, if you wanted to attempt to break it, are you going to be using your weapon?
Yeah.
Wait. I mean, it's clear there's something going on here, and we've been
And we might
tailored
want
or
evidence.
sabotaged a couple of times. Do we want to piss this person, whoever? I mean, I'm not sure he's connected, but
I was more thinking that we might need evidence, and this is evidence of something like.
Well, I'm not
play.
carrying it all the way back.
No, I'm not saying we carry it. I mean, I'm saying like we can show, you know, that something is array here.
And I should probably say by recent, I mean like
You said a couple of years.
yeah,
couple
you said 2
years,
years.
nothing like super. Like, it was
Then we could
delivered.
bring the head.
So was there anything under it, like a trapdoor or passageway or like anything to continue on our journey, or is it just like that the statue appeared and is causing a lot of debate?
Yeah,
I'm
no,
gonna put
there's
it on the ground.
Yeah,
there's
there's nothing stopping us.
there's an opposite
can-
tunnel opposite of where you guys came into, so you can continue down that tunnel. It's just an opening that seems to have these statues.
All right, let's continue steadily, Driana, if you can, please.
So can I attack it with my warhammer?
You can
Yeah,
certainly
yeah.
try.
All right, I'm gonna put it on the ground and.
Okay, fireball. Nice.
All right. Do I need to do a d20 or do I just roll damage?
You're gonna do an attack with your.
Dude, we're trying to be stealthy. Why are you going to make noise by destroying the statue?
Because fireball. Like, come on.
Well, it was a 12, so do
guys,
what you will.
We shall be moving. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hit it, and you see a little bit of the spark as your warhammer. It's warhammer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it hits it. You can feel the ringing in your wrist, and it actually hurts your hands. You don't manage to do any damage to it, except that ringing in your hands, almost like you hit a bad baseball.
All right.
Feeling quite well. And yeah.
All right.
Doesn't break.
I'm just gonna knock it over and move on.
Driana, please go ahead.
Stupid statue, whatever.
All right. Well, if you'd like to follow me, I'll continue down.
What did Hera did to you?
All right. So you guys begin carrying on down the tunnel, and as you're doing so, you notice that the incline is kind of, before you're going down a little bit and then you kind of leveled off, and it seems to stay level, and it seems like the tunnel is ever turning. So perhaps it's going around the mountain rather than down. So you follow that for a little while, and it's probably a good hour, so it's probably good close to 3 or 4 o'clock that you have been down in this tunnel. And eventually, Brianna, if you're at the start, you actually start to see the tunnel ahead of you, even though that it's kind of curved, it's starting to light up. And you can kind of smell that fresh air smell. And eventually, the tunnel opens up to another cavern. However, you look up, and there seems to be a crack that's opening up to the sky, and then kind of down the left side. And you can see that you are still up in the mountain, but you're in like a cracked area. And towards the opening on the side, you see 5 pillars, with the largest being the farthest from you, and they seem to be getting smaller as they come into the cave where you are.
Yeah, can I investigate the pillars? Is there any writing? Anything like that?
Roll me an investigation check.
Yeah, it's an 8.
No, you don't see anything. They just look like 5 pillars varying in sizes, with the tallest to shortest.
Oh, hey, Aetos. You think this is where the navel of the whatever is?
You're on
You're
mute.
muted.
Sorry, my bad. You mean in the tallest column, or what do you mean?
No, this area.
He would
the
know.
story.
Oh,
He
I
would
don't make
know
sense.
that the rock that Zeus placed is actually in the city of Delphi.
Ah, that's too bad. Would be cool if it was here.
Is there anything else in this this opening, or is it just these pillars?
Roll me
the same height?
perception check.
Perception.
How tall is the smallest pillar?
About 5 feet.
Are the
My
pillars
height.
holding something, or are they just?
I
They're
just
just-
go next to it and I'm like, hey, look guys, it's a me!
Sorry, Robin, what was your roll?
15.
15. Yeah, you do see a kind of a concave mirror about 1.5 feet, circular, leaning up against the door opposite of where you came in. The door, it's rock, but you can see the outline of it. And as you're kind of looking, you do see a hole in the rock.
So there's an outline of a door, but it's currently solid.
Yeah. With a little keyhole that, or not even a keyhole, it's just like a little circular hole in it.
Or it is
And-
a keyhole.
This mirror leaning up against it.
How big is the hole?
1/2 inch?
Alright. And you said there was a mirror leaning up against the stone wall? Door?
Hey Garrus, do you want to prop me up?
Sure.
I'll go on top of the smallest pillar.
Karis, roll me an athletics check.
9.
9. No, you're unable to help. You kind of lose.
Sorry.
Yeah, try it.
Getting up yourself or hoisting Sathis?
Are you helping me or are you going yourself?
No, helping you.
Okay, yeah, you can roll an athletics check.
22.
22, yeah, you can get him up there.
Okay. And I'm just up and I jump a little bit. Does it do anything?
So, how's life up there?
It's nice. I'm tall now.
Yeah. Anything else?
Do I see anything?
Roll me a. How close are you looking?
Like, I'm literally on top of the pillar.
Roll me a perception check.
Are the pillars close enough
14.
for?
You don't see anything standing on top of that pillar, no.
Okay. Are they close enough for me to, like, jump between pillars?
You might be able to. Each pillar seems to be a foot taller than the next, and there's a good about 4 feet between them. So you might be able to, yep.
Okay.
Aetos, what were you saying?
I think it was
The same
that.
thing.
Yeah.
The same thing.
Can I try then?
Yeah.
Do I roll what?
Roll me an acrobatics check.
Okay, thank goodness it's
Advantage
acrobatics and not.
Are your goat feet up?
Yes, it was. They were.
Okay,
I've
then
been
you can roll with
keeping them up.
advantage.
Oh, okay, thank goodness. Jesus. Oh, that's better. 19.
19, yeah, you managed to make it to the next pillar.
Do I see something else? For me?
Roll me a
There's
perception
something.
check.
Nope.
Okay.
Sorry, was the door? Was it on the ground or was it up in the like?
No, it's
halfway?
just on the ground.
Can I go look at the mirror?
Sure.
Can I go look at the wall where the hole is?
Is the mirror like? Is it like attached to the stone, or it's
No,
like a separate?
You can pick it up.
I'll pick it up. So, can I look into it?
Into the mirror, like you want to look into it?
Yeah, I'll just look at the mirror.
Yeah, you see your reflection.
I'll like pick something out of my teeth, and then I'll like look. Can I look at the frame if there's a frame?
There's no frame.
Can I look on the back? Is there any writing or anything?
No, just more of that same metallic mirror material.
It was both sides.
Yeah.
Is there, like, we know there's light coming in. Is it sort of like a diffuse light, or is there more of like a shaft of light?
It is directly above. It seems to kind of open up from one end, go over, and then it meets the floor on your left side.
If we align the mirror.
Yeah, can I grab the mirror from Regan and go to the patch of light that's on the floor and then angle it a bit diagonally so that the light shines from the mirror into the hole?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's
Yeah,
a
you
smart
can
one,
definitely try.
gamer.
What? Yes, that's what that Kiva does that.
Give me a dexterity check to be able to hold it.
Got it. Yeah,
That's gonna give me light to investigate the little hole, actually. So I'll wait for the result.
12 plus 15.
Or it might open the door.
15.
You never know.
It's a little difficult given where the sun is in the sky right now, but you do manage to kind of get it a bit over the hole. Nothing happens though.
Good
Did I see
idea.
something?
Can I investigate the
You don't
shortest
see anything though.
to see if sort of the top of it is the surface in any way reflective?
Okay, I'll have you re-roll your investigation check.
Can I go over and help and just look for writing? Any kind of
I'll have
text
you roll your own investigation check then, because she's specifically looking for a reflective surface on top of the pillar.
Okay.
Can I stick with
Mine's
finger
17.
Sorry,
try to.
let me get through the first two checks.
Yeah,
here, guys.
and everything.
Yeah,
Sorry, Regan. Sorry, Brianna. What did you get?
17.
17. There's no reflective surface. No. Regan, what did you get?
24.
24. You're looking pretty closely to find writing, and you actually see a hole about the same size as the one in the door towards the top of the pillar that goes, it's kind of carved at an angle into that pillar.
Just one?
If you go look at the other pillars, you can.
Yeah,
You
so
notice-
am I looking at the shortest pillar right now?
Yes.
And it's at an angle, so at one side it's lower, and then on the other side it's higher?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go look at the next one. Is there one there too?
It's at 6 feet. It's just barely out of range, but you can kind of see it, yeah.
Okay, I'll mention it to the group.
I mean, I'm in the second pillar. Wait, but what is in the pillar? Sorry, I couldn't understand very well.
So is the hole like going through the pillar? Like starts as
Yeah.
if you shot something and pierced?
Like, Karaz, what were you gonna say before?
Oh, I was asking if I could stick my finger in the hole.
Yeah, you can stick your finger in the hole. It goes up in there.
Alright.
Do the pillars, does the holes, the two that I can see, and then I'll ask Saphis to check the next one and see if they can see a hole going through the third one that I can't see.
Oh, like from the
Top.
bottom, from the top to the bottom?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try to, like, can I try to jump to the third one?
Yeah, absolutely. Roll me an acrobatics check. With advantage.
Wow!
Of your skater feet. Nope. What was it?
The first one was a 1, the second one was a 3.
Yeah, you fall.
Ouch. On my butt.
That's 4 points of bludgeoning damage as you hit the ground.
So,
You guys discover this? Have you been communicating? Like, oh, look what I saw.
yeah, because I asked Saphis to see if they could see the hole. If it's in all five, you said 5 pillars?
Yeah.
If it's in all 5, so we can see 2. And does it look like it's
Is it a
lower?
line?
If I'm standing at the lower one and I look up, it looks like it's going up, right?
Yeah, you can actually peer through it, and it kind of seems to go to the next pillar. You can probably ascertain that if there is holes in the consecutive pillars going up, that something probably goes through these pillars.
Does it line up with the hole in the wall?
It does not.
Maybe we can try to put the light in, like, through this hole.
With the mirror?
Yeah.
I was thinking of, I don't know, will an arrow fit through there?
Might be short.
It's a little too small for an arrowhead.
Do you want to try the light?
Yeah.
Maybe Kiva had the right idea with the light, but maybe we missed a step. Maybe it also has to go through the holes on these pillars.
Roll me an intelligence check, Regan.
11.
11. That's... You kind of give yourself a moment to think and kind of look at where the sun is in the sky. If it is the right idea, it's maybe just not time yet.
Oh, yeah, maybe the sun has to be at the right positioning for the sun itself.
But what is the right positioning then?
I think we just have,
Regan wouldn't know.
we might have to just sit and wait, and then maybe it'll come. The pillars, do they lead up to the opening where the sun's coming in?
Yep.
So maybe what we have to do is we have to let it come through the pillars whenever the sun is right. We're literally going to have to stand here and watch. But let it come through, and then when it does, bounce the light from the mirror off of those into the hole in the wall.
What season are we on?
Sorry?
What season are we on? Like, is it spring,
Summer.
winter, summer? If it's summer, then it's gonna take a while for the sun to be at its highest point in the sky.
Well, we're
The
past it, right?
highest, yeah, it's already past the highest. It's probably about 4 o'clock right now, so So you guys are here. The crack kind of goes here. The sun is about there, and the first pillar is like here. So
The
you probably
tallest or the shortest?
the tallest.
The tallest.
We have to wait.
Yeah.
But
So we
your
have to wait for
intelligence
the sun
check
to align.
Yeah, your intelligence check wasn't high enough to determine how long it would take for the sun to be in position. So at this point, you guys can. One person's gonna have to sit there and wait with the mirror. The other ones can do a short rest if they want, but one person has to wait and continually do checks.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll hold it. I mean,
Well,
I'm
we can
the
also trade
Firebringer.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'll take the mirror from Kiva and just position it.
And just wait. Hey?
Yeah, and just wait. And I think I know exactly what to do.
Everyone
just
else,
play.
what are you doing during this time?
I'm just gonna play my pan flute.
So my idea is to catch the light that should be filtering through that hole in the pillars and pointing to the hole in the wall.
Great. Roll me a Constitution check, Aetos. For the first hour.
Wait, that will be 18.
18. Yeah, you managed to, you're holding it pretty good. The material itself isn't heavy, but after a time, it's kind of just you're having to hold it in a certain position, and you're trying to watch whatever light you do catch. You're just kind of waiting for it to get in the holes, but you manage to stay upright and very firm in your stance. Everyone else, if you wanted to spend more hit dice, this is considered a short rest again, so it's completely up to you. Sorry, were you?
No, I was just saying I'm good. Aetos, if you need to trade off, I'm sure Karis could. And you probably want to do it yourself, but we could be here for a while.
Yep.
Well, I don't know how long is it going to take, so I can hold it for a while and see.
No, I could
how
help.
it rolls.
We can sit there and hold it together.
Aetos, if you wanted to roll another Constitution check with advantage this time, because Karis is helping you for the second hour of waiting.
That will be natural 20.
Natural 20. Very good. Having that extra person there is kind of making the time go by a lot quicker for you. You're managing to hold, and as you stand there, all of a sudden you hear a you didn't even notice as the sunbeam goes through each of the pillars, or I guess this way, and hits the mirror because you're holding it so well and so straight, and it just goes directly into the keyhole. And that grinding of rock on rock, you can see that the stone pushed itself in and now it's sliding to the side, and you have managed to open the next passage.
Good job.
All right.
Thanks, Karis.
Well,
let's go.
We could hasten through the door. We don't know how long this will be open for.
It's probably about 6 o'clock. You know that the sun will set probably in the next 2 hours.
We'll just have to be quick then.
Let's go.
As soon as you guys reach the tunnel, Driana and Karis, you smell it first. It smells very like rotten eggs as you enter this tunnel. Whatever the air was trapped behind it, it was warmer, rotten egg smell, and it seems to be getting a little bit stronger as you go down. This time, the tunnel it's still very, very dark, but the incline is probably a good 30 degrees to 45 degrees in some areas, as it kind of still continues to curve down this mountain. And about another 10 minutes of travel, you actually, Brianna, you feel it first, and Karis, and then everyone else. Intermittent vibrations in the ground. Small tremors.
That's unsettling.
And you notice as you're getting closer, the limestone floor is more of a shale, and it seems to be very crumbly, and some places you can feel as you're stepping on this rock floor that it's crumbling underneath your feet. So as you go, I'm going to have you all roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh shit.
Oh boy. All right.
15.
Okay.
19.
19?
17.
All right, Regan, Saphis, and Aetos failed. So as you guys are going down, you reach a steeper part of this incline, and just when one of the tremors actually starts to really shake you, three of you, Regan, Saphis, and Aetos, you do lose your footing and you start to slide down. Nothing to take damage, but you do not manage to catch yourself as you go down this. Karis, Driana, and Kiba, you guys manage to slowly make your way down after them. Yes, Driana?
Especially since I'm in the lead and I have a really, really good passive perception, would I have heard them start to slide and maybe attempt to, like, catch one of them?
Not with the dexterity saving throw that you gave. If it was a little bit higher, maybe. And...
Would I have seen any of them falling to grab them?
Pardon?
Would I have seen any of them, like, slipping to grab them? One of them?
With those checks, no, you would have been steadying yourselves. It happened very quickly, and it's still pretty dark. They're not losing any damage, and the fall isn't too long. You guys go down maybe 40 feet at a 45-degree angle. It's just like a nice little like ski slope, and you hit the bottom, and it levels out. As you guys are going down, and as the rest are catching up, you do see that there is a orange glow in the cave that starts to get a little bit brighter, and you can smell that rotten egg smell a lot stronger. When you guys do reach the bottoms, it's just a continuation of a tunnel, but you do see that there's like little cracks in the floor that are just giving off that orange glow, and intermittently there seems to be steam puffing up these cracks.
Do I recognize the smell?
Maybe roll me and give me a perception check. Or actually give me history. Nature. Forget about that one a lot. Gianna, what were you
20 plus 1, 21.
I was gonna say, because I would have seen them sort of rocketing past me, I would have stopped being as cautious and I would have run down after them. I know we all make it to the bottom, but if you need me to do like a something check to make sure I don't...
Yeah, give me an acrobatics check as you go down. Aetos, you do recognize the smell, yes. You associate the smell definitely with sulfur.
Yeah, figured.
Volcano thing.
That's a 10 for my acrobatics.
Yeah, you start going after and you ended up sliding as well.
Guys, I don't like this. I don't like any of this. I'm not meant to be in volcanoes.
Okay, can we see what the... Go ahead, sorry.
No, I was just asking if we hit something at the bottom.
Nope, it just levels out.
Okay.
Can we see what's causing the bright light?
Sure, you can go and investigate one of the cracks if you want.
Yeah, gonna do that.
Aetos, perhaps proceed with caution. This feels very ominous.
Sort of. I got a 15.
15. Yeah, you managed to walk up to one of the cracks. You see that intermittent bursts of steam that are coming through them, but you've managed to go to one that is a little bit more predictable, and you take a quick glance, and it's hard to see anything except this orange glow in these cracks. It seems like it's coming from some sort of volcanic vent. You can't see how far down, It is very hot on your face, and the smell is quite bad. And I need you to make me Constitution saving. Shit.
I'll put myself there, of course. 8.
8. Immediately, you don't get blasted with the steam, but one does go off while you're kind of near it, and you get a big whiff of it. Immediately, you start to see different colors in your vision and different shapes, and it is very hard to concentrate on what's going around you. You feel very dreamlike state, just dizzy and out of it. Probably similar to a herbal dried flower that some of the Amazons would use to burn in ceremonies that would give like visions and things. And you're going to have disadvantage on anything involving your eyesight, so investigations, perceptions, for the next hour.
What about attack rolls?
Buddy. Hey, buddy.
Yep.
Just chill. We'll hold you.
Thanks, because this is gonna suck for a while.
Can I take, like, however many minutes it would take and just try and mentally catalog where these vents of steam are coming up so I can maybe try and figure out a path away from them?
Yeah, sure. Roll me an intelligence check.
Well, I can't see anything anymore, but are they like in the path?
Most of them are beside the path, but there's a couple that are small in your path.
That's a 19.
19, yep, you feel that you can safely guide everyone through here. As long as people stay away from the actual steam when it does burst, you're pretty confident that,
Yes.
and if you move quickly, you might not have the same effect that Aetos is currently going under.
How many?
Sorry, do I have any sense of, like, timing? Like, is it each vent, is it going, like, fairly regularly, or is it...
Some of them are. The one that Aetos looked in was going regular. Some of them are random.
How many are there?
Pardon?
Really?
It's riddled as far as you can see.
How many are in our path that I can...
Riddled as far as you can see. Probably in the 20 feet ahead of you, maybe 11, 12 cracked. You don't know how far they continue on, though.
I just tried real fast. Come on, guys.
Wait.
So it seems like we're in a volcano chamber.
Can I see the first 4? Can I put a dancing light on each one and light it up so that...
They kind of self-light themselves.
Okay.
They're all glowing orange. You can see them. Except Aetos is kind of seeing a lot of different colors right now on top of the orange glow and the dancing light glows.
Can I have Gallagher do what he does for Dree for Aetos?
Yeah.
So, Gallagher will come right up next to you, and he'll stick right close to your thigh, and you can probably reach down and touch him, and he'll actually guide you.
He has a self-fort.
Yep.
Thanks.
So I got the sense that I could lead people through fairly safely in terms of if I can tell sort of the relative spacing between them. Is there enough room between each of the vents for us to all sort of be in that area away from everything else? Because I'm thinking we'll wait for the first one to go off, pass it, wait for the second one.
It's probably single file kind of weaving through. They're going off in bursts. It's you can easily walk through them. The trouble is that if you don't move quickly enough, and like I said, it's random, people might run the risk of getting a blast of steam. It's going to be like a percentage chance as you guys go through rather than actual skill.
We'll go. I'll stick close to Aetos and just make sure Gallagher's with him. So maybe we'll bring up. I don't know. Maybe he should be in the middle. I guess.
Alright, and who's going first?
I'll go first.
Alright. And who's second?
I'll go second with Aetos right behind me.
Okay.
Then I'll go.
I'll go after.
Then I'm me.
I was going to say, we should probably try and take a run for it, but whatever that steam is, it seems to affect the vision, so should we maybe have a hand in the person in front of us? So if we do lose vision, we can still find our way.
That's a
Well,
good idea.
how big is everyone's waist? Because we still have a couple more 50-foot ropes. We could just tie like a little loop knot around each of our waists.
Yeah, we could do rope.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sure.
Alright, Kiva takes out the remainder. I think it was like 40. His is like 45 feet because some of it got cut. And I commence tying. I start off with Gianna, and I just do a tight little loop knot. And then Regan, and then I think she said Aetos is after, and then Kara's, and then Staphis. I'm gonna actually go last because I feel like I should have the ability to catch you just in case, and then me.
That's fair.
So you guys tie each other up and you push through this area. I just rolled all the percentage dices for you guys. Aetos, you were the only one to have scored that chance of being blasted. Everyone else, you are lucky. You managed to make it through without being blasted.
Nice.
Fire never bothered me anyway.
Just the flame keeper. Woohoo!
Used to it. Don't mind me.
It's not a very long chamber that you guys go through. It's probably about a 3-minute walk. And you reach an area where there seems to be no longer cracks, and that glowing of the red crevices, they fade. And so all that's left is the dancing lights that Regan still has up. And the chamber continues at that level, and then eventually it starts to steep off, going down again. However, this area, the rock seems to be a little bit more stable. You're still getting those tremors, but there's grip, and the rock, it's not shale in this area. And you travel for about another 15 minutes as it kind of curves and goes down, and eventually you can feel it level off again. It is hotter down here. The smell is very much even worse. Aetos, you still got about another 45 minutes of this, maybe about 40 minutes left of your highness.
Well.
Yeah, you're seeing the weird things. You're seeing eagles flying. You're seeing arrows going. At one point, you think the river's back. There's a lot going on in your mind right now. But luckily, Gallagher's staying with you, and you guys still have the rope around you. I'm assuming.
Don't worry, buddy. I've been through that when I was in Athens once. Ew, boss. It's fun. Enjoy the ride.
Thanks. I guess this is so crazy over here. I don't recommend that to anyone.
Dionysus, my bless you.
I do have some experience with this. It helps if you actually close your eyes, stop attempting to use them. It helps you use your other senses a little better.
Might be a good idea. I'm gonna try closing my eyes. I'll do. I don't make
Yeah,
any
you
promise.
still see colors and shapes.
Wait, no, that's getting me dizzy. No, I'll keep them open. Thanks.
Yeah, you actually feel like, am I starting to take over? Like,
Thanks for the suggestion, but I guess I hope I don't get dizzy at this point.
The only thing you're missing is a couple of babes.
Gallagher just like lolls his tongue out and like he literally like is glued to your leg. He does this with Dree every day, and so he knows exactly, how to attempt to steer you out of any danger if you're about to walk into something dangerous.
I'm gonna use message to Regan. What is this word? I'm not familiar with it. Babes? Does this mean a small child? Are we wanting some small children?
No, I think they mean attractive woman.
Or man. Or man.
I guess that's true. Yeah, or a man. Attractive people. I think I just personally Bailey thinks of babes and just thinks of women, so that might have been like Cloud the Blinders.
I don't know what Aetos like, so I
that was blinders on my part. Yeah, I think they mean attractive people. I think it's a colloquial term for someone who's attractive.
Oh. Okay. So I'm assuming the rest of us are not considered attractive then if we are lacking in the babes.
Well, I don't know what they think. Maybe they think we're babes. I feel like they probably would think you are, Dree.
Me? Oh no, I'm sure they don't.
Well.
You're definitely babe.
I consider you a babe.
So, how far do you think we gotta go?
You guys continue down, and you see, Drana, you're able to see ahead of you again, another kind of cavern opening up, still very, very dark. And as it opens up, there's nothing in this room except for a similar door, like that rock outline from the last room that you saw. And roll me an investigation check if you're going to be going up to it first.
19.
19. Yeah, so you, because there's nothing else in the room, you go straight towards this outline of a door, and it does appear to be the same kind of door. Instead of a keyhole, it actually has a large ring with a smaller ring in it, and then a smaller ring in it. And each of these rings have the same 4 symbols around them. And that symbols are an eagle, a bolt of lightning, a lyre, and a rock. So each ring has those 4 symbols.
Have they described that to me? Because I can't see anything.
And at the top of this, these rings, there seems to be like a triangle with the arrow pointing down the center of this.
I was gonna ask, like, what's the ambient light in the room like? Is it?
It's the same as the tunnel. It's just Regan's glowing lights that are, or dancing lights that are up.
Sorry, you said how many rings? 4?
3.
3?
And each
Why
ring
did
has
this stop?
4 symbols on it.
Guys? What are you guys seeing?
Oh, there's a door here. Different than the last one. It's closed, but there's 3 circles, each with the same 4 symbols. An eagle, lightning, a lyre, and a rock.
So inside the circle, there are 4 carved into it?
So it's a ring. So like a ring. And there's another ring. And there's another ring. Each ring has 4 symbols.
Like in Skyrim.
I recognize the symbols.
Exactly like in Skyrim.
Yeah.
The symbols, if you tell Aetos, it is...
Yeah, she told me.
Yeah, that bolt of lightning, 2 eagles, and a rock, and a lyre.
So I recognize the symbols.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I mean, you don't recognize them because you can't see them, but I mean, they're...
The description.
Yeah.
3 of these symbols are connected to the story that you told us, Aetos, but
Yes.
what about the lyre?
The lyre
Gotta-
will be connected to the satyr that we saw probably before. Not sure. That's
Nah, lyre usually is connected to Dionysus, though.
I think perhaps this is
And the Muses.
these statues that we saw in the first chamber. Does anyone remember in which order they were placed? Perhaps that would be a clue as to what.
it was Zeus, Apollo,
Apollo.
then
the
the man
grape
with
dude.
the grapes, and then satyr.
If we assume that the man with the grapes is Dionysus, because there's a lyre and there was wine and grapes.
But there are no elements of Apollo and the satyr in
Exactly.
this ensemble. I mean, it's only. I mean, we have, from what Dree has described to me, because I can see anything yet. We have 3 elements of the first statue and a lyre. If it's related to the statues, I would say we're missing things.
Or, since there are 3 rings and we have 3 elements of one statue, perhaps we should just be dealing with the eagle, the lightning, and the rock.
I
That's
will
true.
think so. Yes.
So what came first? The lightning?
The
eagles
lightning
or
is
the rock?
the lightning is his trademark weapon. The
So,
rock
would that
was
be
placed
first?
last. The eagles were
Middle.
right in the middle because they were ordered to
Alright.
travel around the world to find where they will meet in the center. So I would say that's the order. So the ball, the eagles, and then the rock.
Does
Unless
do
I'm
the rings
mistaken.
do the rings move?
Yeah, you go and investigate it a little bit more, and you notice that when you do, like, move your hand on them, it takes a little bit. There's a little bit of a resistance, but they do move.
Okay, so what you said? Lightning,
Lightning, eagles, stone, rock.
rock. But what about the lyre in somewhere?
Nope.
Let's forget about the lyre for now.
It does
She
not fit
said
the
there were
story.
3 rings. Let's try to do something with the 3 rings. I don't know where the symbols are. If you guys can match it, or I can't see.
Can put
Yeah,
it
try-
like on top. Each of them, like.
Damn, this is
For the
frustrating.
triangle, right? The tip of the triangle. I'll match it
Yeah.
up to the tip of the triangle.
Yeah.
So that they all form a line. Yeah.
Can I try and line them up?
Sure. Which order do you line them up in?
Lightning, eagle, rock.
Yep, so as soon as you do lightning, evil, rock, you hear a
Good job, guys.
as
You're
the
smart.
door sinks in and then slides open for you.
What was that? Was that a door?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
opened.
opened. Yep, we're good.
You're right.
Are we out of the like heat area now, or can I send my dancing lights in? Is there more of it?
No, you've been out of that area for about 15 minutes now. It's just a continuation of the tunnel. However, you can see up ahead a glow of an orange light. And, Driana, you can hear rhythmic chanting. It's very, very, very faint.
Are we tied up still?
Yes.
We need to untie ourselves right now.
Aetos, what's going on?
How much time do I have left with this?
Probably about 35 minutes.
Oh no. You're gonna play
You
with
don't
that.
know how much time, though. You're just high.
Yeah, I know.
No one knows how long this is gonna last.
Damn.
I don't know if you guys can hear it, but there's chanting up ahead. So let's
Matthias,
be
please.
very careful.
Does
Keep
anyone
Matthias.
have hey our god people, can anyone do any type of healing to help Aetos? We can't go into this potentially dangerous situation without him seeing him.
I've got.
See.
I can do
on hands,
cure
but I don't know if
wounds.
that'll. Does it
Like-
count as a poison? Because I can cure poison.
I mean,
I'm not sure if this is
Roll me an
considered a wound.
intelligence check,
just
um,
like
Alright.
Karis.
Intelligence. Awesome.
you can cure.
Oh, that was a resounding 3.
It's hard to tell what is causing this highness. You can definitely try that thing that you do as your feet, but you don't know if it's gonna work.
We cannot go in there with.
All right, well, I'll try it. 5 HP. Boom.
Okay.
What happens?
Yeah, Aetos, it does take care of it. It was a poison effect.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, okay, good.
All right.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, no worries. Hope you
The
Yeah,
relief
appreciate
on
it.
all of your faces was great.
Hold
Yeah,
on,
we-
guys. Let's just plan ahead a little bit.
Oh, I
Well,
got blessed.
I mean,
So, Regan, what are you
I'm
thinking up
gonna-
ahead?
I'm gonna. Oh, you got blast. I also have blast. Should we do both blast and it will cover everyone?
How
I can do...
far?
Three people, right?
Yeah.
And Regan, your mage armor has already expired, just so you know.
I'll recast it.
Okay.
But also, so how far away is it? Like an open room, or is there a hallway and then we hear something? Like what are we looking at exactly?
It's a tunnel, and
Okay.
you can see a faint glow at the end of it. And just lost the other camera. And Driana can hear the faint rhythmic humming, but you guys can't.
well, I could, since I can see without the aid of the lights, I could sneak ahead, see what I can see, and I can use message to silently pass back what's up
For
ahead.
that, me and Karis will bless everyone. We just need to spend a level 1 spell slot and we'll cover everyone.
Yeah, but we should wait till we're closer, because it'll last for a minute, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like
But
say
if they're like,
Yeah.
but
soon as we're,
the
like-
Triana needs to be close for us to do that.
Yeah, but like, we'll wait till we actually get to
Okay,
where
okay,
they're, you know?
okay.
So, would you like me to go ahead and, like I said, I can message back silently to Regan, and we can figure out what exactly it is we're dealing with.
I think that's a good idea.
Okay, I would like to stealth up only as far as I need to be able to get like a visual or some sense of what's actually going on with the chanting and the glowy light thing.
Roll me a stealth check.
That is 18.
18. Yeah, you managed to.
We still have pass
Sneak
without
up,
trace
you-
or not?
No, that's without it.
So you sneak up ahead, and
You still have it though, right? Because it's 1 hour.
it's already passed at this point.
Oh, okay.
Been a
sorry.
few hours since you've been in here. Plus
Okay.
that 2-hour wait time for the sun to.
You're right. Sorry.
So you think that you're being quite quiet. You hear that rhythmic chanting that is getting louder. Eventually, this tunnel has a sharp turn to the right, and you see it's opening up into a cavern. It's very hot in here. You can hear bubbling of lava as you're approaching it with that rhythmic chanting. And it's hard to see because as soon as you open up to this cavern, there's a lot of rocks and stalagmites, but you do see a river of lava with a bridge over top of it, and you think you see figures where the rhythmic chanting is coming from in the corner to the north, or the forward and right, left side.
Okay, before I message back, two things. Can I tell if they are armed? And does their clothing give me any clues as to who they are?
You can't see them. You can just make out through the stalagmites that there's figures.
Okay, yeah, I'll message to Regan, and I'll just let her know and say you guys might as well come forward.
I'll tell the group. I don't know what this is, but it could be dangerous. Probably.
It could
Considering.
be dangerous, but we have to move forward.
Yep.
We gotta get the flame.
We'll get close to
So
Brianna and prepare ourselves by blessing and stuffs. Yeah?
I'll lead the group.
Alright.
So you guys catch up. Do you enter the chamber?
I do.
Do you guys follow?
Yep.
And are you doing it stealthily, weapons drawn?
Yeah,
Stealthily.
I think we can get in stealthily to see what's going
Yeah.
on exactly.
Trying to get stealthy, so
And position ourselves in case.
Perfect. Everyone roll me stealth checks.
Nat 20, but I have disadvantage, so I'll roll again.
Oh no! That's
4.
terrible.
Oh wait, it's minus 1. 3. No, 4. 4. It's 4. It's 4.
7.
9.
I got 20.
18.
So I with my stealth add
wait.
with my stealth add it's 6, but without it it's a natural 1.
Oh boy. Okay.
Wait,
Yeah.
did we do bless? Like, do we get to add our d4s now?
Oh, we do.
Yep, you can. I don't know if
Okay,
that
then
helps a lot of you, but you can.
So
Wait.
10.
Is bless an ability check? I thought it was attacks and saving throws.
Attacks and saving throws.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
so-
you're right.
No,
Yeah, so
but with the 4.
Yeah, never mind. You don't get to use those. They're as rolled.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right.
Wait,
Sorry, I
what?
thought it was guidance. Guidance is ability checks. Bless is attack rolls and saving throws.
I do have
Um,
guidance, but
So you guys
situation.
enter the chamber, and you weren't expecting the ground to be as rough with the rock and trail that was quite similar to that one slope that you guys slid down. And you make some noise, and you hear a "what? Who's there?" And I'll have everyone roll me initiative, and you guys can message me that. And we're going to take a 10-minute break, and we'll come back to the battle.
Oh shit.
When I was a child, I walked around with my hands stretched to my side. And in the front seat, I spread my fingers out when I learned to drive. Well, I was waiting for your hand. I was waiting for you. Yeah, I was waiting for your hand. I was waiting for you. When I was alone, I watched them slip as they sliced into my skin. At that hospital, where the blood poured over my arms and the light shined in. Well, I was waiting for your hand. I was waiting for you. Yeah, I was waiting for your hand. I was waiting for you. I was overjoyed at the hope that you'd walk in at a red light. All the days that I did not know if I'd make it through the night. How lucky am I to be alive, to love you. How lucky am I to be alive, to love you. Let me go back and tell me I'll survive, and say someday you will find me. Let me go back and tell me I'll survive, and say someday you will find me. Let me go back and tell me when I was a child. Let me go back and tell me when I was a child. Let me go back and tell me when I was a child. Let me go back and tell me I was overjoyed at the hope that you'd walk in at a red light. All the days that I did not know if I'd make it through the night. How lucky am I to be alive, to love you. How lucky am I to be alive.
And welcome back to Adventures in the Known World. Thanks for sticking with us, and we hope you enjoyed some Xena fan art submitted by some of our viewers, and just amazing Xenites in the community. Thank you very much for submitting that. And so we went ahead and got the initiatives during the break, and where we left off, the group, not so stealthily, entered the chamber, and the chanting stopped momentarily when someone said, "Go check it out," and the chanting continued. You guys see as one figure starts coming towards you. Actually, it's not. And we are now on initiative. And that initiative starts with them moving. The other three continue chanting. Karis, you're up.
Okay. They haven't, like, attacked us or anything yet, right?
No, but one's coming in your direction.
Great. I'll attack.
Alright. I'm assuming you're moving right up to him?
Yep, with my Warhammer. Just gonna go right for it. That is who...
You can't quite get there, but you can get almost there.
Alright. Oh, so I can't reach him?
No, not quite.
Okay, so can I use a Firebolt instead?
Absolutely.
Alright, then I will do so. First. Nope, or not. That was a resounding 7.
7. You watch as the firebolt just swings past them.
Oh, wait, I put on my D4. So 9.
9. Still not quite enough. It just swings past him, but now he knows that you guys are there. Any bonus action you want to do?
Nope, just have my Warhammer ready.
Okay. Regan.
I'm going to cast Enlarge on Karis.
Okay.
So he doubles in size.
Alright. Let's see what I got.
I think a lot of our big ones are down here. Yeah, he becomes a large creature. And then when you hit, you get an additional D4 of extra damage.
Awesome.
And advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go ahead and use this guy then.
Alright.
Alright, he's huge!
There you go.
Sweet.
Okay. And that's everything, Regan?
Yep.
Alright, Kiba.
Actually, sorry, I'll move in. And, shit. Can I move along the bottom of the screen to the left and kind of tuck myself into those little rocks that are there?
Sounds fair.
Yeah. If I can.
Sure. You attempting to hide at all?
No, just want some cover. I just want some cover.
Yeah, you're about 25% cover there. They're just small rocks, about knee height.
No, quité mi video un momento.
Sorry, Leo, I don't speak Spanish very well. What are you saying?
Give me a moment.
Sorry guys, I thought I was mute.
Was it dirty? Alright, okay, Regan, sorry, was there anything else you wanted to do?
Yeah, I'll just have Gallagher move in next to me for now.
Okay. Alright, Kiba.
Can you pick up the piece that I am?
Not on the board yet, but...
Oh, okay. Okay, so then I... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can I tuck in between the little pool of lava and the larger boulder? Because I move up to like 5 or 6 squares, right?
That one or the other one?
The one right above that. No, back to where you were. It's okay, Elliot. I'm gonna be fine. All right, that's cool. And then I'm just gonna ready an action. I'm gonna ready a short sword strike or hold an action.
All right, and what are you holding for?
Any type of offensive engagement.
Okay. So if they come to you, or if you see them
come to me.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna miss. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Not a problem. Aetos.
I'm gonna go in as much as I can.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that as far as you want to go, or did you want to? I don't know if you.
No, I guess that's fine. I can take the bow and shoot.
Okay.
That will be 16.
Yeah, and you're aiming against this cultist right here.
Yes.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Now at the 8 for damage. It's a 4.
Yeah. Okay. So you rush up and immediately take your bow out, seeing completely clear as day now that the colors and all the sensations you were feeling earlier have been cured by Chorus. You aim your bow and you let loose, and it hits this cultist square in the shoulder for that 4 points of damage. He is bloodied. It hit him pretty hard.
Oh shit.
Alright. And with that, it is Driana's turn.
Okay, I'd like to move anywhere that I'm close-ish to him and have him in visual range.
Aetos?
No, the cultist.
Cultist? Probably here. Maybe even...
Okay, I am going to take 2 of my daggers and throw them at him.
Sure.
1 is 16. 17?
Yep, that hits.
So the first one is a 4.
And do you have 2 weapon fighting?
Yes, I do. And the second one is a dirty 20 for a...
That's without your modifier, I believe, because it's your offhand. Is that correct?
My attack modifier, yes, but not my damage modifier.
Yeah, you can use your modifier on the attack, but not the damage, correct?
Yeah, so I rolled a 16... plus my 4, plus... so that's a 24 to hit, with the bless. But then, yeah, that's a 4 damage on the second one.
Nice, roll.
Alright, you immediately take out your 2 daggers, and you release the one and the other, and it was enough to drop him. You watch as he falls to the floor, dead. And so you'll have to retrieve your daggers if you do continue to use them in the future. But yeah, You're happy to see that you managed to take him out quite easily. And Saphis, you're up.
Well, I'll try to go as far close to them as I can, and I will cast the spiritual weapon.
Where are you heading? Are you heading to the bridge where the other ones are chanting?
Yeah,
or
I'm heading to the bridge.
Yeah, you can get kind of right by Aetos and Karis at this point.
Yeah, I'll cast spiritual weapon.
Okay.
And so my lyre axe is just there and ready because they're too far away.
Okay. All right. You hear the chanting continue, and then you hear a bubbling and a gigantic roar of something you guys never heard of before. Very, very scary, and just some sort of beast just letting out a big roar. And you hear the chantings.
Oh, me no like.
And Karis, in your gigantic form, you see emerging from the lava a dragon has been summoned. Some sort of like dragon that looks very similar to the one in the statue that Apollo was wrestling. Emerged from the lava pool that these cultists were near. And Karis, it is your turn.
How far away is it? That's pretty
No,
60, 70 feet?
Could I get to the dragon?
No.
No?
You have
That
a
was
30
by
feet.
large. Crazy. Okay.
I don't know, Bailey, does the enlarge give you more feet?
I think yes, it does. Technically, it would. I mean, that would make sense. I would think.
But does it say it?
Your growth, your speed, or your size increases from a medium to large creature. So what does a large creature?
Oh, it says right here, it does not increase your movement or speed.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna get
You're
as close
halfway
as I'll get as close as I can.
Because you can do larger steps, but you're slower
Yeah, I guess.
doing
That
them.
would make
I
sense.
guess so.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Alright, and then I'm gonna grab one of my javelins, because I have a couple of those. And I'm gonna throw it at the dragon.
Go ahead and roll your attack.
Nice.
You're much bigger than Dragon, by the way.
One sec. That is a 27 to hit.
That is.
Sweet. Alright. And that is 8 damage.
Don't forget that extra D4.
Yeah, that was there.
Okay, got it.
I rolled the 1.
Anything else, or is that good for you?
Yeah, that's good.
Alright. The dragon, you hear it just call out in pain as it is struck with your javelin, and it comes rushing towards you.
Yeah, it does.
Fuck yeah.
And
It's like a little baby.
it's kind of, it's dragon-like, but it's also very like snake-like. It has that elongated body of a snake, and it's got some wings. And you hit it, and it rushes you, and immediately goes to bite you. That is going to be a 17 to hit.
Hits.
Alright. And that's 9 points of piercing damage.
Alright.
And I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Twelve.
12. You are poisoned.
Sweet. Alright.
And in case you don't know,
Disadvantage on attack rolls.
yeah. Yeah, you have a disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
Got it.
Alright. So that makes it Regan's turn.
Motherfucker. Okay, alright. Well, wouldn't normally just start attacking people, but, I mean, they seem pretty bad, so I'll, is the dragon completely blocked by Aetos from my point of view?
Yeah, he's got like 75% cover.
Alright, fuck it. I'll go after one of the, whatever the beefiest looking one is of the ones that are standing around the...
Oh, pretty equal. They're all wearing the same kind of culty robes, in the purple and kind of teal colorings.
Okay. I'll just go after one. I'm gonna cast, I'll just do Magic Missile at first level. I'll concentrate all three darts on just one of them.
Sure.
So, it's 9 points of damage total on the one. Just one, whatever one this is.
Yeah, that one immediately crumbles after being hit by your magic missile.
Okay, that's my turn.
Alright. Then that moves. Kiba.
Okay. I want to get as close to the dragon as I can from my little rock guard.
Do you want to jump the lava or go around?
I can jump it. I have great dex. Let's go. That's the last. That's what everyone says, right?
Give me an acrobatics check.
Oh, okay. Let me just double check, make sure. Alright, acrobatics +5. Come on, dice. Oh, perfect. Natural 20. +5,
Perfect.
25. Oh my god. What? What?
Yeah, you can get about there
Okay, cool.
from jumping that pool. A little bit closer.
Nice. Alright,
You can-
and then I guess I'm just...
You could step of the wind if you wanted. If you have it. I don't know if you do.
Nah, I think I picked a way of Lao Ma.
Yeah, I don't know if that was included
Yeah.
in Lomo.
Nope. Oh, wait, yes! Aha! You can spend 1 key point to take
Yeah.
the disengage or dash action as a bonus action on your turn.
Yep, that's a monk thing.
Okay.
What?
Okay, yeah, I burn a key point and I dash.
You'd make it. So you've
Am I
used
allowed
your bonus action and your movement. You can use an action if you'd like.
What? Okay,
And you said you had your sword out.
Yeah, I'm just gonna short sword that right now. So that's
Awesome.
1d6 +3. So
You have to
and then
roll the
20
hit
to roll.
first.
Got it. All right, the roll is 16.
Nice.
And then
Did you add
one
your
is-
D4?
Add your
I
D4 and your
didn't.
modifier.
I didn't add my d4. So 16, 17, 18, 19. And then 1d6 +3.
Yeah, the 19
Just
just hits.
Oh, that's
Got pretty good armored skin.
Yeah. So 3 + 3 is 6 points of damage.
Awesome. So you rolled a 16 plus you get a +5 on your short sword plus your D4. So it's actually a lot higher.
Oh, +5. So I just rolled a 3 + 3 and then
Oh, no, no.
+5.
Your roll to hit is your D20 plus your hit modifier is a +5. Plus
Got
a
it, it
D4
hit,
'cause
yeah.
you blessed. So yeah, it's
Oh,
like
and I'm plus. Perfect. But the
25.
damage is just 6.
6. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Alright. Okay. That makes it Aetos' turn.
So I wanna run, or just go to the other side without crossing the bridge.
Okay.
Like, no, not crossing the river, but to the other side of the map, of this side. Like straight in the line of sight of where the cultists are?
Okay, you can go this way to get a little bit of them, or this way.
Let's cross ahead. Why not?
Yeah, you can either get there, or you can start to cross the bridge.
I'll stay there, because I'm gonna use the bow, so I can be on a range.
Yeah.
Alright, so it's going to be 17 plus 6. That's 23 for hit.
Yep, that hits.
And that's 6 for damage to one of the cultists.
Right. Yeah, you take out your bow and the arrow strikes true and you hit him square in the chest. He's still up, but he is gasping for breath, and you know that you have really hurt him with that one arrow.
Okay. And that's it. I don't think I can do anything else.
Alright. Driana, you're up.
Okay, without actually crossing the river, can I be within 60 feet of the 3 occultists still around the altar?
It's just the 2 of them. Yeah, going here, even here, would get both of them.
Okay, so centering both of them within a 10-foot radius,
Okay.
I am going to draw within myself, throw my arms out, and around the altar you'll hear a piercing rage scream, and I'm going to cast Shatter.
Oh shit!
And I need both of them to make a Constitution saving throw.
Alright. This guy 16, this guy 13.
Okay, so they both pass, so they're only going to take half damage.
Okay.
They're going to take 8 thunder damage each.
One immediately drops. The other one, it's rocked his world. He's barely hanging on.
Okay. Yeah, that is my turn.
Alright. Sathis.
Okay, I immediately say, don't kill the last one! We need to interrogate the dude!
That's what I was thinking.
And I will...
Go for the pipe and...
Yeah, the dragon thingy. I will move close to the river of lava in order to be 60 feet at least of the dragon.
Yeah.
If I can.
Yeah.
And I will attack with my spiritual weapon. So let me see. It is.
But your special weapon is the lyre, right?
It's Lyre X. Yeah.
That's dope.
Without crossing the bridge, he's still about half cover because Cars is just so big right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 50% covered.
Evening. He does not hit. But I will try because he is hurt. I will try to cast Toll of the Dead. And he has to succeed a wisdom saving throw.
Alright, let's... Oh.
12?
Yeah.
That is the
DC? Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Shit.
Can I do something else? Because that could be...
You use your bonus action and your action and your movement.
I didn't use my action though. Because spiritual weapon was already cast.
Oh, Toll the Dead wasn't an action?
It can be an action or bonus action, I think.
Right,
It's
but
an
spiritual
action, but I
weapon,
can-
moving it, and attacking is still your bonus action.
Oh, it is my bonus action?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I thought the bonus...
Yeah, it's a
Casting
bonus
is
action to cast it, and then it's a
But
bonus
it-
action to move it.
But I had already casted it's a bonus oh, okay, sorry. It is a bonus action to move. I thought it wasn't. Never mind. It is a bonus action to attack, just to move it is. Okay, got it.
It still attacks on your bonus action because you're controlling it that way with your concentration to hit it. It's not like a free moving, free thinking thing. It's using your concentration, and that way.
Oh no! It's bonus action to repeat the attack.
Yeah.
But when you okay, never mind. Okay,
Anytime
never mind.
you
I
use it, it's considered a bonus.
can't use anything else.
That cultist. Oh yeah. As soon as he hears, save him, so we can interrogate him. He looks down at the damage and the bruising that's causing from that thunder thing, and he looks around and then looks back at you guys, and the dragon, in a panic, leaps into the lava.
Oh,
Shit.
damn.
Fuck.
Methinks that's not good.
No, not at all. There goes our answers.
We can still investigate bodies, but we need to.
Not
Giant
And
first.
the wall with an arrow.
Alright, Kairos, you're up.
Alright, I'm going to take my warhammer in both hands and try to smack the dragon.
Okay.
Smacky smack.
Uh, 14.
14 misses. You come up with your warhammer and swipes, and it just catches air above this dragon. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Its turn. And it's going to attempt to go after the smaller Kiba. You see its body start to try to move around you to try to attempt to constrict you. And that's going to be a natural 20 or 26. It immediately wraps around you and starts to squeeze. You are grappled, and you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage as it squeezes you.
Oh. Okay. Oh. Alright, got that.
And
I
when
don't
you're
got it.
grappled,
Sure.
your speed becomes 0, so you can't move.
Can't move, yeah. And grappled. Perfect. I
You
mean,
can
not
still
perfect,
hit him. You can still attempt to get out. You just can't run away.
but Perfect.
I think you're hitting him with disadvantage, maybe? I can't remember.
I don't think so.
Is it my turn now?
Not
No, okay.
quite. It is Regan's and then yours.
Perfect.
Regan's.
Does Kiba look super hurt?
Kiba looks not bloodied, but very uncomfortable.
What's my alignment? I can't remember. It's gonna affect my decision here. Hang on. Oh, fine. Okay, I'll magic missile. My first level. I'll magic missile the dragon.
From there, he's got 75% cover from where you are.
Still hits automatically.
Okay. You don't have to see it? You can see a
Well,
little,
if you've got 75% cover, I can see it, right?
yeah, a little bit. You can see its wing. Yep, sure.
I mean, I can just move. If that, let me just read the spell. Yeah, I have to be able to see it. I can move. I'll move to the left, as far left as I can pretty much go without getting any closer than like 10 feet to the lava.
Sure.
And then, yeah, can I see it better?
Yep.
Alright.
I mean, the stalagmite's in the way, but I'd say it's probably a good 50%. You
Yeah,
can see
as
its
long as I
tail,
can see it.
its wings, and its head.
Okay. Uh, 11 points of damage.
Total?
Huh?
For all three?
Yep.
Okay, great. Anything else?
No, that's all I got.
Alright, did you want to describe it at all? Flare it up.
I just kind of imagine them like feathery darts. They kind of look like short, glowing arrows, like really short arrows. And just kind of like surround him, like 3 darts hit him. Like I'd probably try and go for. You said he has wings, right?
Yeah.
I'd probably want to go 1 for each wing, and then try and go at something that's surrounding Kiba.
Alright. Alright, and speaking of Kiba, it's then Kiba's turn.
Alright, I attempt to get out of the grapple.
Alright, you can use your action to do that if you want. And it.
Oh wait, but I can hit him now. Okay, I'm
Oh,
just.
you can hit him.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit him with my short sword since that's already out.
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, bad.
Am I rolling with disadvantage from grapple or no?
No.
Perfect. Alright, so that is a natural 20!
Woo!
What's going on today?
So
Nice.
roll your damage dice.
What is going
and
on today?
Roll your
Okay.
damage dice, and you can double the dice roll and the modifier.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
Awesome.
Alright, cool. Alright, d6, only 3. So that's 6 plus 6?
6
Or just the
plus.
initial roll?
Your short sword, it's 1d6 plus 3.
So I rolled a 3, and so the
Yep.
total was 6, but then do I double it for the nat 20? Is that what you said, or only double this?
You don't
double
roll the
that.
dice.
Perfect, so
Roll
then
the
it's
dice.
9
Okay.
points of damage. Thank you guys, I'm really slow today.
No, it's
That's
okay.
okay.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
Learning the
awesome.
bad habits of Pathfinder is like unlearning them is pretty hard.
I used to use Steam. Oh wait, no, Fantasy Grounds. That's what we ran.
Oh yeah, but you
Our
you
stuff
guys
on.
are you on 3.5 or 4 for your edition?
Oh, 3.5 has been the only campaign I've ever played besides this one.
That's the old way. Yeah,
I
it's
love
so different.
3.5.
So different. I used to play that
Nobody
one.
ever talks about
one I
4.
started.
Yeah, I've never heard anyone play 4. Anyway, so Kiva's like really cute and all, and he's just like stabbing him with the sword. Still grappled apparently. Didn't even try to get out of the grapple. He doesn't care. It doesn't phase him.
Good news is he doesn't tighten his grip. He's just holding you in place.
Okay.
And Aetos, it's your turn.
Hey, if I move along that same, no, I'll get only 50%. So I need to cross the river.
Okay.
And get in line of vision of this thing.
You'd be able to kind of get there, and you'd have pretty much full vision.
Alright, so I'm gonna, as the bonus action, I'm gonna cast Hail of Thorns.
Ooh.
See if I can get Karis's big butt is in the way.
You can take
Sorry.
it.
A little bit bigger angle for some people.
Yeah, it's a little.
Yeah, that's better. Yes. Okay. Okay, and I got 22 for hit.
Yep.
And I have. Wait up. What was this? 7 for damage.
Alright, he's officially bloodied. You see that as you hit him, there's a green blood trickling out of him. He's looking pretty hurt, and he's crying out in pain. Driana, you're up.
I'm unsure of how this works. Can I, without using an action or anything, use my passive perception to notice something, potentially?
It depends what it is.
I'm looking to see, does the dragon have anything metallic on him? Like, I know some...
Nothing that your passive could pick up, no. You would need to use your actual action to perceive it.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. In which case, I am going to cast Dissonant Whispers.
Okay.
And I'll... Oh, what am I going to say? The anguish that Apollo caused Python will be nothing compared to what I put you through. I need a wisdom saving throw.
25. I'm assuming that passes.
What does, sorry?
25.
Yeah, that passes. So it's only going to take half. 6 psychic damage.
Okay.
And with I'll stay where I am. I'm across the lab still. I'm good.
Saphis.
Well, I will attack with my spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Okay. What do I add to this? What do I add my attack roll?
Are you on D&D Beyond?
Yes.
Okay. So...
Oh, hold on. It's +4. Okay, so... Yeah. So it's 19?
Yep, that hits.
Yes!
Just.
Wow! It's 10 hit points! Boy! Maximum!
10 points?
10!
Okay.
And from there... Can I see the dragon?
Can you see what?
Can I see the dragon?
From where you are, it's very difficult because Kiba is kind of... It's surrounding Kiba, Karis is kind of big, and Aetos is there as well. You can see probably about 25%.
Would it be enough to cast Toll of the Dead?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I cast it, so he needs to roll wisdom save.
That's a natural 1.
Wow! So, because he's hurt, it's gonna be a 1d4. Wow, that didn't roll. And that's just 5 hit points of necrotic damage. That was a good a good one.
I'm just enjoying the silent concert that Taylor's giving us right now. I was like, I don't hear it, but I can tell she's really into it. Hey, king mentality, hey. Alright. It is Karis' turn.
Alright. I'm gonna go with my Warhammer once again.
Be very careful. It's wrapped around Kiba. Uh-oh.
I don't care. Hit it.
19.
19 just hits. Yep.
Oh, shit. Just hits.
That is 10 points of damage.
That's all you needed. Go ahead and describe the kill shot.
Alright, I bring the Warhammer straight down on its head. And then like caves in a bit. Yeah.
Kiba, you feel its body go limp around you, and it just drops dead to the floor. You have initiative.
Express my amazement that we actually really readily handled this battle, but the river seemed to stump us to no extent.
Yeah. That's usually how it works.
You know, I've got my strong
and
suits.
weaknesses.
Wrecked it, guys. Wrecked it.
I'll keep
So it's battle over.
on the
Sorry. That's what I was singing. I was singing this like really cool Inuyasha song, like this Japanese pop rock.
Man, I was so into that in high school.
I still am.
I'll let
Another
Paris big if he wants to keep being big until the spell runs out, or I can drop it.
I'll say big.
Of course, it doesn't.
I'll do the same.
So the guys that are across the river, you notice that there seems to be a tunnel opening up on the opposite end, or there's the way you came.
Do we see the bodies of the cultists lying around?
Yeah,
Like,
there's three bodies.
can we see
Do you want to investigate?
the robes? Yeah, I want to investigate.
Sure, not a problem. Roll me an investigation check.
Who's good with animals?
Hey,
I have a +5 to handle animals.
Oh,
I
shit.
can talk to animals.
Keep
I,
up.
Oh,
You guys want to like,
I get a 7.
or I was thinking of like harvesting the body.
Oh, that might be a nature check, maybe. Would it be nature?
Yeah, it would. It is nature. That's why I'm
I
asking.
think
for,
I
like,
think I'm okay at nature.
I have a +3 in nature as well.
So do I.
Okay, so who's investigating the bodies?
I did, and I got a 7, so I
7.
can barely see them.
There's nothing, you don't see anything on them, their robes, or there's nothing that you can tell of any significance, they're just colorful.
Someone else should have done the investigation.
Not
No,
me. My guy's not smart.
No, can I
not smart.
look at one of the ones, like, Dree and I are still on the one side with the one guy that... Can I
you
look
can
at that one?
investigate the other body, yeah, absolutely.
But do you wanna,
Natural
harvest?
20.
Natural 20. So you find a ceremonial dagger on him. It's kind of twisty and curvy, and it has a snake around the handle. The robes, nothing special. There doesn't seem to be any symbol on them,
Okay.
or any symbol on his body. Also, no coin, and nothing else of significance.
Just the dagger. Alright. I'll see if anyone wants it.
Retrieve the daggers that I buried in him.
I'm gonna
So,
cure myself of poison, by the by.
Nice. Can I check out the other bodies?
Yeah,
Just to see
absolutely.
if there's any of them?
I mean, one of them is in lava, so
Oh, right, yes. So the other two, I guess.
there's only one more, right?
There was 3. One they checked, one Aetos checked, and then one more.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I'll check one if I can, I guess.
I mean, you can help. There's only one body that hasn't been checked yet.
Yeah, I'll look at that.
You guys can roll separate, or you can roll the help action.
Go ahead and roll.
3.
With advantage? Because of help?
Oh,
Regan's helping you, so you can roll with advantage.
13.
13. Yeah, there is also the same dagger on this body.
Okay.
There is nothing else of significance either.
Okay, I'm gonna pocket that dagger.
I'm taking that one. Can I take the other?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I'm gonna try to steal one of the daggers.
Can I look
Like
at the third
right now,
body?
they're looking at it, or are you gonna wait until later?
I'm gonna wait a little bit.
Can I
from each other? Oh my god!
Can I look at the? It happens. Can I look at the third body that Aetos looked at? Can I look at it again? Can I do it a second look over?
Sure.
And raise the DC, I guess. 16.
16. Yeah, same dagger. This one also has a leather book, and in it, the first page is a symbol of the Ouroboros, and then in it seems to be words. You're not sure which language it is. Some sort of dialect of common, perhaps Latin.
Can I cast comprehend languages?
Sure.
I'll use my last first level slot and cast it. I could cast it ritually, actually. I'll do that. I'll cast it ritually.
It could take 10 minutes, and you are able to read it. It is that Latin.
Okay.
You have spent some time traveling through Rome when you're coming down to Greece, so you do recognize what that comprehend language is. The gist of it is it's a ceremonial summoning of the dragon Python.
Is it like a spell?
More like a ritual, like instructions for a ritual.
I'll keep the book. I'll just tuck it in my bag to look at another time to look more closely. I'll mention what I saw. What was the symbol you said?
It's an Ouroboros, so a snake eating its tail, like in a circle.
Oh yeah, okay. I'll mention it to the group.
Okay.
So what was that about animals?
Oh, did we?
Sappis was wanting to harvest the dragon.
Yeah, but
hurts.
Not me. Someone else that is good at it. I was just giving you the idea for Kiba and Aetos to do it.
Yes, Triana?
While the rest of them are now on the other side of the river, I would make a show of looking like I was investigating the body, but I'm gonna, feed.
Okay. Are you doing that stealthily?
Yes.
Okay, roll me a stealth check.
Okay, if I did my best to have people face the other direction, would that maybe give her advantage?
Yeah, if you knew what her intent was.
Yeah, I would know.
Okay, so that would be a 16.
Yep, you without a problem. You'd be the only one that would be able to see you feeding, and you're doing that. So
Once I'm done that,
yeah,
I
what you
join the
need.
group.
I would show them the book that I found and look, this is weird, and look at this symbol, this is super weird. To distract them, hopefully, from looking.
Right. I would be very intrigued by that book and that symbol since it is.
While you are showing the book, I am gonna pocket the knife, the dagger that you found.
Gonna try.
Not yours, Karis. Not yours,
Right.
Aetos.
Good.
The one that Regan found.
Alright,
I
roll. We
have
gave it to Aetos. So Aetos has one. Paris has
No,
one.
but they found the third one, right?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you still have I do have the. Yeah.
Okay, so you're going after the one for Regan. Go ahead and roll a sleight of hand against Regan's passive.
You're definitely gonna be there.
Natural 20.
You got it.
But Regan is not perceptive at all. You wouldn't have needed much. Stop it.
Alright, So, guess we're done with investigations. Can we move on? We gotta get the flame.
Do we want it? I think like Regan would probably be interested in like parts from the dragon. It could be useful in spells. Maybe there's like venom that we could maybe use.
Yeah, if you want to take some time, you can.
I mean, Aetos, I know you're on a bit of a timeline. I would be willing to stay with Regan to make sure they're safe if you need to move on.
No, we'll wait.
Okay.
We're not leaving anyone behind.
From where you guys were, it was a couple hours close to sundown, and you know it was a good 6 hours to Delphi. You're probably looking, at this point, you wouldn't get there until about midnight. So staying any much longer, you might be delaying that ceremony a little bit.
Oh, well, if we're in a time crunch, then Regan would be like, no, let's go, it's fine, don't worry about it.
Who needs a little bit of healing?
Alright.
Sure, who got hurt?
Kiba. Come here.
I have cure wounds, if it helps.
I have healing word.
Kaz would be small again.
Okay, I'm small.
Keeper, let me heal ya. Oh.
I tip my head sideways, examining the little thing singing at me, and I'm like, thank you so much. Yes, please.
How much damage did you
Maximum.
took?
I took 7.
So 6 hit points you gain.
I touched you and I healed you 2 more.
Yay! Oh, I'm all healed now.
I'm sorry, Aetos, did you light the torch yet?
Is the fire I'm looking for in this chamber?
There's various lava pools that you can probably light it with.
Great, so guys, let me do my thing.
That's super
So I
cool.
look into my bag and I take my ceremonial torch and I dip it into one of the lava pits. The one where the dragon came from, actually.
Nice.
Right.
Taking
and
the flame. Alright, good to go, guys.
Does the
did it.
table has anything, like any writings or anything on the table that they were?
You can roll an investigation check.
Yeah, that was not bad. 18.
18, nothing of significance. Some snake skeletons. Some candles.
Is there
Candles.
Is there another exit out of this room to keep going, or do we have to go? Do we have to go back the way we?
You can go out the way you came, or there seems to be another tunnel at the opposite end where you guys have crossed on that side of the river.
So what do you guys think? We go forward or we should head back?
I guess, like, on the way back, we know how long it took us. We probably wouldn't have, that kind of time. Maybe forward? Maybe there's a faster way out of the mountain? I don't...
That's what I'm thinking.
I would go forward.
Alright, let's go forward.
Alright.
In any case, I can cast at will Expeditious Retreat, which grants me dashing abilities as well, if I need to.
You need to go.
Oh, if you need to book it.
Yeah, just in case we're running out of time.
Is the tunnel leading forward dark? Like, really dark? If it is, I'll take the lead. If not, I'll let...
It is, but you now have a torch that's lit, that has some light to it. It's not very much. It's just like a soft flame, enough to just keep lit. And then...
I'll do dancing lights again.
DM, how many candles did I pocket?
4.
The
4 half-melted candles. Wax candles.
Perhaps for expedience's sake, if I would not be stepping on your toes, if you'd allow me to take the lead, I can I can see obstacles at a far greater range than the light of the torch would allow, and I can perhaps help us move quickly.
You seem to be fairly good at looking, seeing, even with darkness. So go ahead.
Did we
Yeah.
bring one
Yeah,
of
that's
the
good.
ropes with us?
I'll go right
or
behind
one
you.
of the symbols? Oh no, we have the daggers anyways. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, there's no symbol on the robes. The robes were just colorful.
Yeah. No.
Right.
The daggers
So you
are-
guys
Alright, let's go.
push forward through that tunnel, and it is not long until you come into a chamber. And it's a fairly large chamber, and Giovanna, you see immediately there's more statues. Even with the dancing light, or sorry, not the dancing lights, because you probably dropped them, hey? Or are you up? Do you have them up?
No, I'd have them up.
Okay, yeah. The dancing lights and the torch would light up the room fairly well. What you do see is the first statue you see, it's a satyr that's holding out a lyre, looking like he's handing it to those approaching this tunnel from where you're coming from. There's a closed stone door on the opposite side, and there seems to be 8 statues of women in various poses behind the satyr. You also notice 3 dead snakes on the ground.
I'm sorry, how many statues of dancing women?
There's 8 of them.
Oh, 8.
This is my day.
And uses, I'm guessing.
Roll me a history check.
Does the lyre look like we can play the lyre? Or is it like completely stone?
I'll get to that in just a second.
6.
No worries.
6. You don't know?
Yeah, of course. I don't know.
I'll let Saphis. Actually, no. Saphis, yeah, the lyre actually looks like it's a real lyre that he's holding.
That's cool.
Brianna, I'm gonna have you give me a history check with advantage.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You put it together that perhaps the satyr, you're not too sure is but because there's women behind it, you can put it together that this is possibly the muses after Aetos just mentioned it. However, you know that there's actually 9 muses, but there's only 8 female statues, so there's 1 missing.
Okay, I'll communicate that to the group, and then using sort of my own personal knowledge, is there anything distinguishing between the statues? Like, could I tell which of the muses each represents, and then by process of elimination figure out which?
Roll me an investigation check. Yes, we good? What?
Take your phone.
Oh.
Dirty 20 again.
Wow!
Yes, you can tell that the missing muse, just because you know that the muses are you know that Calliope did poetry, Cleo was history, Euterpe was flutes and lyric poetry, Talia was comedy, Melpomene was tragedy, Terpsichore was dance, Aetos was poetry, Polyhymnia was a sacred type of poetry as well. The one that's missing is Urania. The Terpsichore's there.
Okay, sorry.
The what? Sorry?
Urania is missing, and she is the muse of astronomy and the constellations, really.
I'll pick up the lyre and the Newell.
I recognize all the muses, but the muse of astronomy appears to be missing from this tableau.
Is the cave can we see the sky at all?
No, you can't. All you see in this room is those statues and a door.
I'll just start playing the lyre.
Nothing happens.
There's nothing on the roof?
Roll me an investigation check for the
What
roof.
are the three? What are the three snakes?
They seem to be the same kind of snakes that you encountered before. They're just dead.
But are they like scattered or close, clumped together?
They're clumped near the door.
There's only an 8 on the ceiling. Can I look at the... Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, there's nothing on the ceiling that you can see.
Investigate the door.
Sure, go ahead and roll me an investigation.
Would I know if there's any constellation?
Oh no, that's an 8.
An 8. You do see like little like lines and carvings, but you can't really tell what they are.
Would I know if there's any constellation based on the muses?
Not based on the muses itself, but there is a muse that is like the inspiration for looking up at the stars and creating lore around them. And that is the one that's missing, the statue that's
Here I am.
Can I infer that the lines and the dots on the door are a constellation?
Not with that investigation check you did.
Recognize them?
Yeah, you wouldn't even commute that they're constellations. They're just scratches on the door.
Would you point it out to the rest of us? Perhaps we can like look better.
Yeah. There are you've seen of other doors. I think this might be important. There seems to be things on this door, but I can't make any sense of them.
Can I take a look at it?
Yep, you can roll me an investigation check.
17.
17. Yeah, you see them, and they are clearly like little stars that have like lines between them. Roll me a history check.
They're like forming patterns pretty clearly.
Yeah,
Natural 20.
Natural 20. You recognize each one of these constellations. It is something that has interested you because you have different constellations where you're from than ancient Greece, and it was kind of fun learning about them and how they different and then the mythology that comes around these constellations. So the ones that you see, you identify as, and they're in order. There's like one and then another one underneath it and another underneath it. The first one is Delphinus, which is Apollo in his dolphin form.
Okay.
The next one is Amalthea, who is the goat that nursed Zeus. The next one underneath it is Eridanus, which is the river.
Okay.
Underneath that is Cygnus, the swan. Underneath that is Aetos, the eagle of Zeus.
The what of Zeus?
Eagle. And that's all of them.
I still missed what you said. The what?
The eagle of Zeus. Eagle.
Thank you.
So Delphinus, Amalthea, Eridanus, Cygnus, and Aetos.
So a dolphin, a goat, a river, a swan, and an eagle?
Exactly. Would I be able to try to play the constellations on the lyre?
How so?
Like each line or each like level of stars would correspond to like the bars and try to play like
on the strings going back and forth where the lines are?
yeah.
Yeah, you can try. Roll me a performance check.
I like that.
So hold on.
It's clever.
22.
22. Yeah, you managed to, they're a little bit weird because you're not sure what point it starts at and which direction it goes. But you try, and nothing happens.
Okay.
Is there another exit on the run?
No, just this one and the one you just came through.
Is it pleasant though? The music?
It doesn't really carry a tune, but it's pretty enough.
Investigate the door to see if there's any moving parts, kind of like the last one, like shift.
No moving parts.
Yeah.
Is it locked?
You try pushing on it, and there's no give.
Well,
What about
I really don't know what the answer is, but kind of in the theme that we've seen before, we have at least 3 somewhat related things. We have a dolphin, a river, and a swan, all water beings. And Zeus and a goat, which potentially I might remember a story about Zeus turning into a goat.
Dre, I'm not much of a musician or a bard, but what, all of the letters at the beginning of this, the animals, they're all notes.
Oh!
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
They're all what?
They're notes. A D, a G, an R, an S, and an E.
Alright,
No,
I'm
those
gonna
aren't.
play them. Oh no, wait, an R?
The names of them. The names of them. The actual names.
Yeah, if you want to try the actual name.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Well, those are all A's, though.
There's D-A-E-C-A.
Exactly. I'll try to play that. Alright, the lyre.
You go ahead and you play the D, the C, I think, the E, the D, and then the A. Is that how it goes? Hold on.
D-A-E-C-A.
And you hear that.
Nice.
And I pocket the lyre.
Yeah.
Onwards.
So you can push forward if you want.
If it's, again, one Stark inside, I'll take the lead, and I'll do that until it becomes light enough, and then I'll secede leadership to Aetos.
Sure. So you guys push forward about another 15 minutes, and then you start to see daylight. What's left of it, anyways. You know the sun's about to set. It's kind of like an orange glow. At first, you feel like maybe it's more those lava tubes, but you can smell that fresh air, and you actually hear, Driana, you hear it first, then Karis, then everyone else, that rushing water sound. And you emerge from the cave, and you find yourself at the foot of Mount Parnassus, near the river, but on the correct side, that you know that you do not have to cross the river to get back.
Oh boy.
Saves you some time.
These paid out. Yes.
Oh, thank goodness. At least Brianna won't need to be drowning anymore.
Like, how late is it out?
The sun is barely up at this point. You know that from probably this location, it's about a 3.5 hour journey back to Delphi. I think where the sun is setting, it's probably 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Okay. As we were victorious in our journey, Aetos, I believe you have a task to complete. Would you? I mean, you should lead the way. This is your time. This is your moment.
Yeah, I guess, well, I won't feel completed until we actually get to Delphi, but yeah, I guess we're well on our way. So let's go.
You guys journey the next 3 hours. Eventually it does become dark. But that torch is offering quite a bit of light. You pick up the path quite easily just because you can see it right away. And a good 3.5 hours later, you see the lights of Delphi. You hear music playing as you come down the path and you pass the theater, and you see everyone's kind of gathered at the stadium, which is quite near the amphitheater, and you are greeted, Aetos, by Damaris. She says, "Good, you've made it. If your friends want to take some seats, the opening ceremonies will start. Aetos, if you wanted to hang back with me, I'll let you know when it is your time to go and lit the fire."
Where's the wine lady?
I'm sorry, I don't have any. They might.
That's disappointing.
I'm sure the bars or the taverns will have some. Some people bring their own.
Well, you see, we did a journey. I have no more wine.
Yes, a very important journey. Thank you for assisting in this.
We'll sit down. Get our wine. We'll sit down. We don't want to disturb. We don't want to disturb the ceremony. Souls.
Yeah. I'll buy you a drink later.
We'll get some wine. We definitely deserve it.
Yeah, this will be boring without wine.
Did you say that in front of her?
Oh yeah.
I'm glad you think that our treasured rituals are boring.
Forgive my friends, they're tired from the journey. So you let me know when it's time to continue with the ceremony, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Thanks.
So
I'll be
Aetos hangs back.
here.
Yes, Triana?
Without saying anything or making any sort of fuss as they move off to their seats, I'd very much stick to the outskirts where I could see, but off in the shadows by myself.
It's a very dark area. It's pitch black. There's lights in the city, but the stadium is just dark. They're waiting for the Flamebringer to bring light to light it up. But yeah, there's trees. The stadium kind of backs into the trees. So yeah, you can find a good place for that.
Yeah, I'd be back in behind there.
Sure. Sorry, Regan, you were saying something about Gallagher?
Yeah, Gallagher will just stay with Drake.
Sure, no problem. So as you guys take your seats, immediately you hear a rhythmic drumming begin. And Damaris whispers in Aetos' ear, "That's your cue." She moves away from him. Cheers erupt, Aetos, as you move forward with the Promethean torch, and you can hear that rhythmic drum. And you make your way to the center of the stadium where the pyre is, and you lean forward and you light it with the torch, and it erupts immediately. And the crowd just begins to cheer. And as you leave the stadium, the little stadium area, dancers begin to come in. You see these dancers in elaborate costumes, and they begin to tell the tale of Apollo and the Python. You see a pregnant woman start running away from a snakish dragon that's being carried on sticks by a couple of the dancers, and he chases her around the area for a time. Eventually, this pregnant dancer escapes Python, and immediately after, two other dancers join her, and it is Artemis and Apollo that emerge from the darkness. The Artemis dancer dances with her bow, and she's wearing a crown of antlers, and other dancers kind of depicting stags start surrounding her. She pulls out her bow and sends off an arrow, or she motions that she's sending off an arrow. and they dance a little bit, and people are clapping. Exits the area, and the Apollo dancer, he is now the only one left, and he dances around the arena as if he's tracking a prey. And the dragon enters once again, and he and the other dancer begin to do almost like a stage combat. And you see one of the dancers holding the dragon actually spit fire. He brings out his own little torch and spits out what you're assuming is maybe an alcohol or an oil, and it just goes out of his mouth. You hear the gasp of the crowd, and they begin to cheer again. Eventually, Apollo stands triumphant, and he kills the dragon. And you see him leaping through the air and landing in a somersault. And on the ground, he picks up a mask, and then he holds it in front of his face, and you see that it's more like a dolphin-y type nose, which symbolizes him turning into a dolphin. And he runs to one side of the arena and presents himself to another group of dancers that are just entering. They dance together, depicting the relationship between Apollo and his worshippers. On the opposite side of the arena, you see men coming in carrying a platform with a young girl sitting on it. They bring her to the Apollo dancer and then lower it, and the girl gets off the platform and kneels in front of the Apollo dancer, who then dances around her for a little bit and then drops to his knees and kisses her eyes, and then gets up and exits the arena, leaving her. The crowd starts to cheer and then begins to chant in unison, Pythia, Pythia, Pythia. The girl stands up from the platform where she was knelt, and she raises her arms, embracing the crowd. And the drum stops, and the spectators just grow quiet. All is heard is the crackling of the lit pyre for several seconds before you see, from one end, the priests of Apollo enter the stadium with an even younger girl, no older than about maybe 16 years old, very similar in appearance and dress as the dancer of the Pythia, but younger. You can see her pale skin and curly blonde hair is lit by the pyre. As they reach the center of the stadium, the young female dancer bows to the priests and then takes her lead of the stadium. You guys can gather that the dancer probably wasn't the Pythia herself, but the Pythia has now entered.
Saphus starts to move to get close to the Pythia.
Where are you sitting in the stands?
Next to the other guys. I don't know where we are all sitting. Probably
it's like a stadium, so there's like Coliseum sitting, so it just depends on where you're sitting.
We'll probably be like in the lower sittings.
Okay. And you're wanting to enter the arena and go to the Pythia?
Yeah.
Okay.
What? Don't do that!
As soon as you reach the edge, guards do stop in front of you. And they say, that's far enough.
I need to talk to her! I need to see her!
Sir, this is the Pythian opening ceremony. She's busy. She will be taking clients on her regular business day. You can sit and enjoy the show, or we can have you removed.
Well, I was the one who brought the flame anyways.
Are you the flame keeper?
No, but I helped him come here.
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to sit down and watch, or you're gonna have to come with us.
Alright, Curtis walks up. Puts a hat on Saphus' shoulder and just goes, you know, there's another day. Why don't we just go sit down? They're just doing their jobs. You know, don't need to create a scene or anything. It's obviously an important thing that's going on. I don't think we can take all these guards on, personally.
I mean, I could, but you know.
Well, I'll buy you some wine.
You see the one grab his sword.
I'll buy you some wine after. Come on.
Doesn't mean that I would. I just mean that I could.
Let's go.
Now go with Karis.
Right. As this is happening, the Pythia, she has already started to speak to the crowd, and she says, with the coming sun, we are honored to receive the blessings of Apollo for this year's Pythian Games. And the crowd erupts, and the dancers then flood back into the main area. You see the priests of Apollo and the Pythia then take their leave, and the opening ceremonies then begins to continue with different performances, dancing, singing. Yes, Juliana?
After Pythia leaves, after a decent amount of time, I would like to do disguise self and appear as the Pythia, and I'll go talk to Saphis.
Oh, right. Right, go ahead.
I hear you wished an audience with me.
I approach to hear the conversation.
Would I understand that it would be weird for the Pythia to like come directly to me?
It depends. You really want to see her. You'd be very excited to see her. It just depends on if you would take the opportunity or if you would think it's weird. You can definitely use an action to try to perceive to see if this is really her.
Can I try to perceive?
Yeah, absolutely. Roll me an investigation check.
Yeah, it's investigation.
13.
Roll me a deception check.
No, it's against her spell DC.
Oh, sure. What's your spell DC?
Oh, more than that.
Doesn't give me one.
Hang on. Minor illusion might be the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
I think disguise self is more of the deception check.
Yeah. I
One
think
second.
so. Can you use the attack
deception?
it's an intelligence check against your spell safety C.
Alright, just
Spell
pull
safety
up
C.
Triana your thing, I'll find it for you.
It's your regular spell DC.
Your spell save DC is a 12.
Oh, so yeah, I figured her
I
out.
repeat it.
Atlas can see that it's a disguise self.
I don't know who you are, but I ain't buying it.
You've caught me. I was simply trying to save yourself from yourself, I guess, but as the fates would have it, you will do as you will. I apologize for attempting to deceive you.
Thank you for caring, and I'll give a peck on the
Fade
lips.
back into the darkness.
No, I'll give you a peck on the lips before you go.
I'll look extra shocked and then recede back that much quicker.
Before we wrap up for the night, is there anything else you guys wanted to do? Are you watching the performances of the ceremony?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But I'm like sulking.
Alright, so you guys enjoy the rest of your evening. Eventually, whatever times you feel like making your way back to the Saucy Seder, where you have rooms. But that's where we're going to end tonight's episode, the Flamebringer mission. And thank you very much for watching. We're going to be back. The next stream will be on August 22nd, which is a wonderful day. The next day is better, but okay. So we will see everyone back on August 22nd. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Thank you.
When I was a child, I walked around with my hands stretched to my side. And in the front seat, I spread my fingers out Let me go back and tell me I'll survive, and say someday you will find me. Let me go back and tell me I'll survive, and so someday you will find me. Let me go back and tell me when I was a child. Let me go back and tell me when I was a child. Let me go back and tell me when I was a child. Let me go back and tell me I was overjoyed at the hope that you'd walk in and around. All the days that I did not know if I'd make it through the night. How lucky am I to be alive, to love you? How lucky am I to be